And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Payne Patchett. You're listening to another edition of MLB The Show, simulation broadcast only. It's about that time. We're finally here. MLB The Show 21 is out. You got a YouTube channel out there posting some early gameplay footage of what the 2021 World Series might be like, but given how these two teams are performing right now, it probably won't happen. From Dodger Stadium, it is the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers, two teams in real life trying to rebuild. Clearly here at a 4-1 record in the postseason. Yeah, that might be the case a couple years ago, but in real time, in the real world, the New York Yankees are 2 games above 500 with an 18-16 record. The LA Dodgers at one point on a record pace with a 15-2 record, now down to 18-17. So it's very interesting now to see how these two teams are going to perform here tonight. The starting pitchers for both teams, the one-eyed wonder Trevor Bauer, starting for the LA Dodgers, while the only great pitcher in the staff of the Yankees, Garrett Cole, is on the mound for the road team. Garrett Cole, a record of 4-1 with an ERA of 1.61 ERA and 7 starts so far, while Trevor Bauer is 3-2 with an ERA of 2.50 in 8 starts this season. As we'll now go to the top of the first, there's Trevor Bauer right there. Very inflated postseason stats. We're going to wait a couple years before we see him have a performance like that. 1-0, 6 hits, 7 2/3 innings, striking out 10. I mean, probably on a good night, but I don't know about the postseason. As he'll face off the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, to start things off. As Trevor Bauer will throw to the catcher, Will Smith, to start off this game. The towels are being waved behind home plate. First pitch is a strike called, a fastball to start off this ball game. The first 3 hitters in the New York Yankees lineup are the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, the right fielder, Aaron Judge. Aaron Hicks follows, and the third in the order, as we'll look at the rest of the lineup shortly. The count at 0-1, the windup and the pitch. Swung on and a slow roller to the shortstop, Corey Seager. It takes a couple seconds before making the throw to first to the first baseman, Max Muncy, in time for out number 1. And that brings up Aaron Judge. Here's the rest of the lineup for the New York Yankees. The one guy that we should look at right now, considering how horrid their first base has been, is Luke Voit. You can see also MLB The Show 21 agrees with all of us, a 167 average. Also, let's see if Gio Urshela at the 7th spot can get their bats going with a 176 average. Here's Aaron Judge. It's swung on, foul, hits the backstop behind home plate. Count starts off at 0-1. The New York Yankees currently second place in the American League East Division with an 18-16 record, behind the Boston Red Sox with the best record in the American League, a 22-14 record. The 0-1 pitch to Bauer, swing and a miss, strike 1. Got him swinging on a slider, makes the count 0-2. At third place, the Tampa Bay Rays with a 19-17 record, tied with the Yankees for winning percentage. And the 0-2 pitch is a ball way outside, gets away to the right from the glove of the catcher, Will Smith. Counted ball and 2 strikes as Bauer is set. Aaron Judge waiting for the pitch, the 1-2 upstairs, and a fastball in the 90s at 93 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes, nobody on base. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got a fastball down and in, and Bauer gets the second out of the top of the first inning, the first strikeout for him on the night in the simulation of Game 1 of the World Series. Now, this guy, the channel that uploaded this, also uploaded Game 2 and Game 3 and Game 4. Personally, I can't guarantee him whether I'm going to broadcast all those games, but it does sound fun. Next batter is Aaron Hicks. First pitch is a ripped shot past the first base side, gets over the stands, or a count of 0-1. The Toronto Blue Jays are 4th place, a 17-16 record. The Baltimore Orioles, even with a couple of great pitching performances, particularly by John Means, who threw a no-hitter against the Seattle Mariners, they're last place for the record of 16-19 as Bauer throws a fastball outside to the left-handed hitter. Count is even at 1-1. The windup and the pitch by Bauer, that is a swung on and miss on a curveball, 1-2. And the towels are being waved behind home plate. The 1-2, strike 3 called on an outside fastball, and just like that, Trevor Bauer shuts down the Yankees in the top of the first. Yankees nothing, Dodgers coming up. And we are now back in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Garrett Cole on the mound for the New York Yankees. The only shining moment in the staff right now for the visiting team. A 4-1 record with an ERA of 1.61, 8 earned runs in 44 2/3 innings, while striking out 66. It wouldn't be out of place to put him in the Cy Young conversation already, as he'll face off against the leadoff hitter Mookie Betts, the right fielder. Has had an incredible tenure with the Dodgers so far. First pitch is a strike called in the top corner of the zone. 0-1. The first three hitters for the Dodgers: right field Mookie Betts, the shortstop Corey Seager, and the third baseman Justin Turner. The Dodgers, unlike the Yankees, they're actually third place in their division, behind the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss on an inside curveball, and a count now 0-2. And Cole, the windup, and the 0-2 pitch that's outside. Nice job by the catcher, Gary Sanchez, to block it at the plate. Gary Sanchez will be the catcher for tonight's game, as Cole is in his windup. The 1-2 pitch, that is a foul ball past the first base side. It is Betts, Seager, and Turner. We'll look at the lineup after this at bat, and the count at 1-2. The pitch, that is inside, but it is called a ball. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cole getting the sign from Sanchez. No score so far. The bottom of the first. The 2-2 pitch, another inside fastball. This one clocking in faster at 98.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do is
Mookie Betts showing some patience here in this at bat. Bottom of the first. The payoff pitch is a fly ball. This one going to right field. Aaron Judge is under it. He's going to make the catch, out number 1. And now bring up the shortstop, Corey Seager. And it'll also bring up the rest of the lineup. Apparently, the Dodgers have 5 home runs in the postseason, which is definitely not out of the realm of possibility, but looking how they're performing now is not great. You got Bellinger, Smith, and Muncy in the middle of the order. A.J. Pollock, Gavin Lux, and Trevor Bauer rounding out the lineup in the 7, 8, 9 spots. Here's the shortstop, Corey Seager. Cole, the windup, and the first pitch. Inside fastball, ball 1. The Giants are first place in the National League West Division with a 21-14 record. The San Diego Padres, second place with a 19-16 record as of this moment. The 0-1 pitch, that's a strike called. Corey Seager check swings on a pitch under the zone, and the count now 0-2. And Cole, the windup and the pitch, up stairs and outside, ball and 2 strikes. The center fielder, Cody Bellinger, catcher Will Smith, first baseman Max Muncy in the middle of the order, left fielder A.J. Pollock, the second baseman Gavin Lux batting 8th, and Trevor Bauer batting 9th. And the windup and the 1-2 by Cole. That one is a strike 3 called and a curveball in the outside corner, and on the second batter for Garrett Cole, he gets his first strikeout. As we see how the postseason went, apparently the Toronto Blue Jays beating... I'm pausing this, actually. I'm going to pause this because I did not see this part. Because MLB The Show 21 made up their own postseason. So you have the Blue Jays beating the Red Sox in the wild card game, which, given how the Red Sox are performing, I don't know for sure if I could believe that. The Angels winning the AL West. Okay, they shut out the Kansas City Royals. The Yankees shut out the Blue Jays. And in a best of 3 ALCS, the Yankees beat the Angels 2-1, while in the National League, you have the wild card game, the Brewers beating the Diamondbacks. That doesn't sound out of place. I'm just knowing what we know now of how Major League Baseball is playing out. You have the Dodgers beating the Brewers, and you have the Giants beating the Pirates. It's kind of a historical thing in the postseason for the Giants to beat Pittsburgh. And then you have the Dodgers beating the Giants in the NLCS, which I could actually picture. The better question is, where's the Padres? The San Diego Padres are a really good team right now, and this postseason, this early gameplay is assuming they're in third place. This is the first time I'm seeing this, so I didn't write anything beforehand for this, just what I have right down for the scorebook with the lineups and the stats. Here's Justin Turner, the starting third baseman. First pitch by Cole is a strike down the hole, 0-1. And the defensive positions for the Yankees, you have Gary Sanchez behind the plate, Gio Urshela, the third baseman, Gleyber Torres, the shortstop, DJ LeMahieu, the second baseman, Luke Voigt is the first baseman for tonight's game. The 0-1 pitch is a pitch under the zone. Count is even at a ball and a strike. And in the outfield at left is Giancarlo Stanton. The center fielder is Aaron Hicks. The right fielder is Aaron Judge. The 0-2 pitch by Cole outside, ball one. Count now a ball and 2 strikes. Was trying to slider. So far has been showing off that fastball. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. They got him with another slider, and Garrett Cole gets his second strikeout, and we have a blanked first inning. So far, both pitchers a very solid job as we go to the top of the second. No score between the Yankees and the Dodgers in Game 1 of the quote-unquote 2021 World Series. As we go to the second inning, Trevor Bauer back on the mound, and the big man, Giancarlo Stanton, he has had a very rocky performance with the Yankees as a .292 batting average right now, but has also had a pretty bad history in terms of games on here. The first game that Stanton was in for the series was against the Pittsburgh Pirates, where he went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. To see the Dodgers are in the shift. You have 3 guys right in front of left field. You have Max Muncy, the first baseman, playing as the second baseman. The only guy covering right field as the count is even at 1-1. Top of the second, no score. Bauer, the pitch, swing and a miss. Stanton reaching on a slider makes the count 1-2. It is Giancarlo Stanton, Luke Voigt, and Gleyber Torres. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Third consecutive strikeout for Trevor Bauer. And what might foreshadow to be a pitcher's duel between these two teams here in Game 1 of the fake World Series. Now we have Luke Voigt, who is not even on the Yankees 2021 roster. He played for the Yankees last year. That's how desperate they are for a first baseman. The guy on here isn't even playing for the Yankees, and yet he's the AL home run champion for 2021. Okay. The count at 0-1, Bauer, the pitch, outside, and this time Voigt reaches for a pitch, which goes outside, the fastball 0-2. And the pitch by Bauer, swing and a miss, strike 3. Trevor Bauer absolutely dominating on the mound, his 4th consecutive strikeout on a curveball to get Voigt swinging. And now we have the shortstop, Gleyber Torres. A .235 average in the game, a .242 average right now in real time. Bauer, the first pitch. That is a slider up in the zone. 1-0, and the Dodgers back of the shift. Muncy playing as first baseman. Gavin Lux playing as the shortstop, and you have Justin Turner hugging the line a little bit. The 1-0 pitch, that's a fly ball. That one going to center field. Running forward is Bellinger. Bellinger is under it with a second and a half to spare, and that is going to make the catch, and that is going to end the top of the second inning. Trevor Bauer so far blanking the Yankees as the Dodgers will have a chance to respond. Garrett Cole back on the mound for the Yankees as they'll face off against the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. So will be followed by Will Smith and Max Muncy. First pitch outside, or a ball 1, the New York Yankees. Going on a little bit of a shift themselves. DJ LeMahieu in short right field. Gleyber Torres playing as the second baseman while Luke Voigt is hugging the line as the 1-0 pitch gets by Bellinger for a strike, swing and a miss. And the pitch upstairs on a 1-1 pitch is upstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike. Trying to get the stats up for Cody Bellinger. Currently on the 10-day IL, he has a .211 batting average in 4 games this season. But here he is completely fine. 2 balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 2-1 pitch by Garrett Cole is a fastball outside for a 3-1 count. No score so far between the Yankees and the Dodgers. Nobody has even reached base at the moment. And the 3-1 pitch, a foul ball away past the third base line. Full count, 3-2. So far, that is the only difference between these two guys, is that the Dodgers were able to get pitches off of Cole, but Cole would always win in the end so far as he gets a fastball away, and Bellinger reaches for it for his third consecutive strikeout of the day. Here's the catcher, Will Smith, walking up to the plate. As Cole, it's a nasty pitch on the outside corner, but it's also not a good result for Bellinger. Definitely wishing he didn't swing at that pitch. First pitch to Will Smith is a fastball inside, 1-0.
Bottom of the second here with no score.
No score here in the bottom of the second inning. Garrett Cole with the step back and the windup. The 1-0 pitch that is in the dirt. And the count now at 2-0. Cole already back in set. The pitch is a swing and a miss, strike one on the upper part of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
To the Dodgers catcher.
Max Muncy, the first baseman, is on deck for the Dodgers. The reigning World Series champions look like they might have a record-setting year, starting with a 15-2 record. This one a ground ball fielded by Torres, the shortstop, who throws it to Luke Voigt at first, and it is in time to get Will Smith out at first base. A 6-3, and it brings up the first baseman, Max Muncy. It is reported by Bob Nightingale on Twitter that the Dodgers were projected to have around 140 wins on the season when they were 15-2. Since then, they've gone 5-15, and that is a performance that you can blame in part to the Dodgers bullpen. It is something that has just started imploding since the Dodgers played their division rival San Diego Padres, who are looking to be the face of the not only the game of baseball but also sports in general in terms of transitioning to a new generation of fans. The count now 0-2 after Muncy swings and misses, and now you have the fans waving their towels for some reason, thinking that the Yankees are up the bat. And it's a foul ball. A chopper down third base side. Normally when fans do that, they do that with the Yankees are on a 2-strike count. When they're at the plate, not when their own guys are at the plate. What the heck? The 0-2 pitch that is inside, swing and a miss. And Muncy reaches for that one in the inside corner. That is Cole's 4th strikeout, and the game will stay scoreless as we go to the top of the third. And we are now back in the top of the third inning. Trevor Bauer back on the mound, facing off against the bottom 3 hitters of the order, the 7-8-9 hitter, starting with the third baseman Gio Urshela with a 176 batting average in the postseason. My mistake if I ever mentioned that I meant their regular season stats. No, they were 176 in the postseason. Urshela, first pitch is outside and a slider, 1-0. It'll be Urshela, Sanchez, and Cole. They're trying to get something going against Trevor Bauer. The 1-0 pitch is a shot into center field. It gets past the second baseman, Gavin Lux, fielded by Bellinger, the center fielder. And the New York Yankees have done exactly that. They have gotten something going against Trevor Bauer with a leadoff single in the third inning by Gio Urshela. Here's the catcher, Gary Sanchez, now up at the plate. Bauer, the first pitch, under the zone, fastball, 1-0. A 250 average so far in the postseason for Sanchez. The pitcher, Garrett Cole, is on deck. The Yankees now have something to work with a runner on first base. Bauer peeking over, getting the sign from Smith. They swung on and missed on a slider way outside of the other batter's box to the right-handed hitter Sanchez. Count is even at 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Gary Sanchez statistically has been on a downward trend in terms of hitting, now with a batting average of 174 currently in the 2021 season. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 3, and it looks like he's not trying to get any better here with the 5th strikeout by Trevor Bauer. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Garrett Cole.
He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play.
And the New York Yankees, the glaring flaws so far this year. Cole trying to bunt for it. He bunts down the first base line, but it gets foul, 0-1. One of the glaring flaws that the Yankees have is mostly their pitching. Everyone but Garrett Cole is not performing in the way they should be, as well as the offense. In the 0-1 pitch, Cole signaling bunt, but moves the bat out of the way as the pitch goes low and inside in the dirt, 1-1. And Bauer getting the sign from Smith. Cole bunting again. This one going towards the first base side. Muncy throwing to second for one. Seager throwing to first, and it's a 3-6-1 in time for a double play. And that it will end the top of the third inning. Any chance of the Yankees trying to capitalize on that first hit now gone as the game stays scoreless. And we are now back in the bottom of the third inning. Garrett Cole on the mound against A.J. Pollock, the left fielder, followed by the second baseman Gavin Lux and the pitcher Trevor Bauer. For their bottom of the lineup, the Yankees got a glimmer of hope in the top of the third with a leadoff single by Gio Urshela, but unfortunately, as Garrett Cole tried to bunt him over, the worst possible scenario happened, and the Dodgers were able to pull a double play. First pitch outside, ball one. Cole to, once again, the left fielder A.J. Pollock. The Yankees in the shift. You have Urshela hugging the line. Torres moving closer to short left field. DJ LeMahieu right near the second base bag, right behind it. And the count even at 1-1. Now from Cole to Pollock, who is having an incredible postseason, a .467 average. While in the 2021 season, he has a .261 average as the starting left fielder. The count now, a ball and two strikes. And a strike down to the zone. The windup and the 1-2 pitch by Garrett Cole outside. Count is even 2-2. Gavin Lux, the starting second baseman, a .209 average, and Trevor Bauer, who has appeared in 6 games, he has not had a hit so far this year. And on a 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Garrett Cole getting his 5th strikeout of the day. And we're only in the third inning. It brings up the second baseman, Gavin Lux. At a 97-mile-an-hour fastball in the inside corner. He has been showing off some heat as Lux gets ready at the plate. The windup and the first pitch. That's a strike called, and a changeup in the inside corner. First time we've seen that from him. As Lux is getting used to starting in the Dodger organization after being an absolute tear in the minor leagues. This one, a fly ball to short left field. Stanton is under it, and Giancarlo Stanton will make the catch for the second out in the third inning. They'll bring up the starting pitcher, Trevor Bauer. He has not had a hit yet in the 2021 season. And if I remember correctly, yep, he has not had a hit at all in the postseason. And of course he's the Cy Young Award winner. Who wouldn't have thought he would have been the Cy Young Award winner? My goodness. First pitch, Cole inside, 1-0. He became the Cy Young winner by striking out the face of the cover of this game like 100 times. The count, 2 balls and no strikes. Garrett Cole currently at 39 pitches. He's had a few guys work the count against him, but it has not really shown in any long-term damage so far. And the one upside to getting in a very slow start like right now is that he is able to recover fairly quickly. We've seen that in the first few innings as he has brought the count now to 2-1 after a fastball right down the hole. Cole in the stretch, getting the sign from Gary Sanchez, the starting catcher. No score at Dodger Stadium. The windup and the 2-1 pitch. That is a pop fly. This one in foul territory. Luke Voit is under it, and Voit will make the catch, and it is another 1-2-3 inning. After 3 full innings of baseball at Dodger Stadium, it is the Yankees nothing and the Dodgers nothing. And we are now back in the top of the 4th inning. No score so far at Dodger Stadium in Game 1 of the MLB The Show 21 World Series. I think that's the best way to call it that. I might put that in the title. I don't know for sure yet. But Bauer getting the sign from Will Smith. The first pitch to LeMahieu, who's grounded out to the shortstop Corey Seager on an 0-1 pitch, is a ball, 1-0. And the pitch upstairs, and A little inside, a fastball 2-0. Corey Seager fielding the ball to get LeMahieu out in the first inning. Trevor Bauer a little lower on the pitch count than Garrett Cole. Just approaching 32, now 33 pitches as Trevor Bauer faces his first 3-0 count of the day, the first 3-0 count in general for either pitcher. As the Yankees will try to tack on what they were able to get in the third inning, the 3-0 pitch. That's a strike down the middle of the slider, 3-1. It was the first 3-ball count for Bauer after an incredible first few innings of this ballgame. On the mound, 3 balls, 1 strike. Bauer, the pitch, that is a chopper. Fielded, backhanded by Muncy, who runs to the first base bag. He races to it, gets there first, touches it, gets LeMahieu out, and gets the first out at the top of the fourth. Here's the right fielder, Aaron Judge, who struck out against Bauer. The first of 5 for him so far today.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat.
And the New York Yankees currently with an 18-16 record, and to some, that's a very, very lucky record. Some would even argue that they should not even have a winning record right now. First pitch is a strike down and in to start off the count 0-1. Will Smith moving a little on the inside, and that's where Bauer will throw it. It is way more inside than the last one. And the last fastball, the count is even at 1-1. The windup and the pitch. That is a ball, just misses. Another inside fastball. 2 balls and a strike. And the reason why respected experts are saying that the Yankees should not have this record is because the offense particularly has the uncanny habit of always trying to swing for the long ball. That's why so many people are striking out, and you can also argue that's partly why the Yankees are not doing well here, especially against a pitcher like Trevor Bauer, who only has one eye and will mainly only use it, yet he's striking out 5 Yankees so far. The count 2-2. Bauer, the pitch to Judge, swing and a miss on a slider. Strike 3. See what I mean? Aaron Judge striking out for the second time. 6 strikeouts for Trevor Bauer. As now apparently we're adding more analytics here. Yes, we do see it's a slider. I don't know if we need to know the RPM though. Honestly, I had no idea they were going to add that, but that's the new era of baseball for you. Here's the center fielder, Aaron Hicks. First pitch, a fly ball. This one going to center field. Bellinger's under it, and they'll get him for the 3rd out of the inning, just like that. Still scoreless between the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning.
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts back to the top.
And we are now back, bottom of the 4th. No score between the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Mookie Betts, the right fielder, at the plate. He flew out in a full count to the right fielder Aaron Judge for out number 1. Corey Seager follows suit, while Justin Turner bats 3rd, as the Dodgers have not been able to get a single thing against Cole, even though they have been able to work the count of 2 or 3 times to bring it up to 41 pitches, unlike for Trevor Bauer, whose pitch count is around the mid-30s. First pitch, a strike called 0-1. The Yankees in the shift, 3 guys in front of right field. The 0-1 pitch, that one is a chopper. This one fielded by the second baseman LeMahieu, who is behind the second base bag, has to run to it. It was a pretty slow chopper. Throw to first in time for out number 1 in the 4th inning. Here's the shortstop, Corey Seager. Got him with a fastball in the inside corner, something Cole has shown off, particularly in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Wouldn't be surprised if Pollock and Lux told Betts about it, and expected it to happen. This one, a first pitch, gets past the glove of the second baseman LeMahieu in the right center field. And with 1 out in the 4th inning, the Los Angeles Dodgers have their first base hit on a single by Corey Seager. It gets past LeMahieu, who is in the shift in short right, and that'll bring up Justin Turner, the 3rd baseman. Now that's the perfect time to wave your towels, even though not everyone is doing it. This one a ground ball. This one gets into the hole in center field. Seager going to second, staying there. The throw from center field to 3rd base is in time, but they'll keep the runners at first and second base, and The Dodgers have something. Back-to-back singles by Seager and Turner in a scoreless game between the Yankees and the Dodgers. Turner getting the first hit after striking out against Garrett Cole. Here's the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
So here's Cody Bellinger.
And the first pitch upstairs, ball one. No score so far in the top of the fourth.
Here in this one.
The Yankees got their first hit a couple of innings ago. The Dodgers got not only their first hit, but also their first runner in scoring position. At second base, Corey Seager, the 1-0 pitch outside on a slider, 2-0.
Either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Bellinger, a former National League batting champion, now faces a 3-0 count
Want to see how aggressive
against
he is in the zone.
Garrett Cole. The first 3-ball count for Cole since he faced off against Bellinger to start off the second inning.
Pitching has
And the
upper
result
hand.
of that was a strikeout on a full count. 48 pitches for Garrett Cole here in the bottom of the fourth. The windup and the 3-0 pitch. That is a strike called and a fastball up and in.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive.
With 1 out in the fourth inning, Corey Seager with the first base hit for the Dodgers. Justin Turner with a base hit to follow suit. And there are now runners on first and second. And the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 on a changeup. And Cole once again makes it a full count against Cody Bellinger. The count full, the towels are up in the air. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. A huge out for Garrett Cole. He strikes out Cody Bellinger again for strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the night for the second out in the fourth inning. Here's the catcher, Will Smith, who grounded out to the shortstop, Gleyber Torres, for the second out in that same second inning.
Stepping in now.
Cole, the first pitch upstairs and outside, ball 1.
Fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
From their respective leagues, both the Dodgers and the Yankees have had a very storied history in the World Series.
To set
And a 1-0 pitch upstairs, ball 2.
It's 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really
But the
aggressive.
Dodgers'
With 2 guys already on,
prominence going back to the 40s and 50s, as they were the first, not the first big test, but they were the first test in a little while against the Yankees' dominance that was resurging from the days of Babe Ruth and
got a good spot
Joe
in the
McCarthy
infield.
in the
Pitching ball
1920s,
count with a guy
when the
up
Dodgers were the
really
Brooklyn
well.
Dodgers in the 40s and 50s,
Seager on second. Turner at
which
first,
ended
2 out
in
of
the
the
Yankees winning a lot, but the Dodgers were able to get their first World Series championship in 1955 against those same Yankees. The count, 3 balls and 1 strike, runners on first and second for Garrett Cole against the catcher Will Smith. No score. And the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And another full count for Garrett Cole. 56 pitches through 3 2/3 innings. A very solid performance that does not show by the pitch count alone. The payoff pitch by Cole, that is a swing and a miss and a strike 3. Garrett Cole shuts down the Dodgers with 2 runners on base. His 7th strikeout of the day, and it keeps the game scoreless. Garrett Cole, his AI, his figure, his AI design is hyped up as the game stays scoreless.
Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Let's send
And we are now back in the top of the 5th inning.
Thanks, Matt.
Both
I talked with the Yankees
teams have had a shot at getting guys
offensive
through
performance so far, and he told me
on the board,
he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed 1 base
with the
runner
Yankees
this year,
getting a
so
shot in the
it's
3rd
interesting
inning
what he said that he
with a
wanted
base
so
hit by
much
Gio
fight to
Urshela, but the Dodgers had a better chance with back-to-back singles by Corey Seager and Justin Turner that never led to anywhere, as Garrett Cole was able to strike out the next 2 batters
All right, thanks.
after the Justin Turner single, which got 2 guys on base. No score so far in the top of the 5th. Trevor Bauer, 42 pitches in 4 full innings of baseball. He'll face off against Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Stanton struck out against Bauer. Will be followed by Luke Voit and Gleyber Torres. And the 1-0 pitch, that is a curveball chopper fielded by the shortstop Corey Seager, who throws to first at his in time, swung on and turns into a chopper. for out number 1 in the 5th. They'll bring up the first baseman Luke Voigt, who struck out looking.
Play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat.
In the second inning, Bauer, the windup and the first pitch is a check swing. The home plate umpire says he went for out number 1, or strike number 1, excuse me. There's one out here in the top of the 5th. No score so far between the Yankees and the Dodgers. Bauer, the windup and the 0-1 pitch is outside, evens it at 1-1. So far, we have a pitcher's duel here in Game 1 of the MLB The Show 21 World Series. As both pitchers were able to shut down any chance that the either team has of getting guys on the board. And the 1-2 pitch outside, ball 2. Nice job by Will Smith to block it at the plate. And the 2-2 pitch by Bauer, another pitch on the outside corner. And another full count for Trevor. He
into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch.
And the payoff pitch is a foul ball. Out and away, count is full at 3-2. I believe this is the first full count, actually. The first 3-ball count for Bauer. And unfortunately for him, it ends in a 1-out walk. So the Yankees have something going for him on a full count walk by Luke Voigt. Really solid at bat. Got a couple of pitches he wanted, but so far just waited and got a lot of outside pitches. And it leads to the Yankees' second base runner of the day. Here's the shortstop, Gleyber Torres. This one is ripped past the third base side. Foul. Start off the count at 0-1. One out here in the top of the 5th. No score between the Dodgers and the Yankees. The 0-1 pitch that is inside. The ball gets away from Smith. There was a chance that Voigt had for second, but he had a 17 speed, so he would have been out immediately. Regardless of how good of an arm Will Smith has. And the count now at 2 balls and 1 strike. So the New York Yankees, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and have left nobody on base, while the Dodgers have no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and have left 2 runners on base so far. Not that really eventful. The 2-2 pitch. Now Voigt's going to run for it, and that is exactly what I said was going to happen. He got tagged out at second base. That is exactly what I said was going to happen. You saw a speed of 17, and Gavin Lux had all the time in the world to tag him. And the count now is at 2-2, so the Dodgers shut down another chance for the Yankees to get a run on the board, and now with the count full at 3-2, Bauer is 1 step closer to finishing off the 5th. 56 pitches for him, going on 57. Bauer getting the sign from Will Smith, the step back and the windup, the payoff pitch. That is a fly ball foul. Goes behind the netting into the seats.
Another payoff pitch.
And the windup and the payoff pitch. That is way past the catcher Will Smith, who throws to first and will get Gleyber Torres in time. It is a strikeout, but the ball gets away from Smith, and that will end the top of the 5th, as the game will stay scoreless once more. And we are now back in the bottom of the 5th inning, and what would constitute, what will probably still end as a 1-2-3 inning for Trevor Bauer. The Yankees got a lot of pitches out of him. It was his first 3-ball counts of the game against Luke Voigt and Gleyber Torres. He got Stanton out at a ground out to shortstop, and a ground out too short. Luke Voigt then walked on a full count, but then got caught stealing at second base to try and get something going for the Yankees. I keep saying the pinstripes, but they're not wearing their pinstripes. They're wearing their gray uniforms with the black lettering and the black cap, while the Dodgers wearing their normal home white uniforms. It is Max Muncy leading it off for The Dodgers here in the bottom of the fifth. The 1-0 pitch by Cole. It is a strike call. The count is even at 1-1.
That pitch too much. If he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
Cole getting the sign from Gary Sanchez. The windup and the pitch to Max Muncy. A swing and a miss. And a strike two. And it seems to be a trend in this game so far. You have a lot of hitters trying to hit for the long ball and trying to reach for pitches that are way out of the zone like that one. As Muncy strikes out again for out number one in the bottom of the fifth with another inside pitch.
It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
And we now go to the left fielder, A.J. Pollock, who struck out swinging on a 2-2 count, the windup and the pitch. That is a foul ball past the third base side, out of play, 0-1. That is especially a trend with the Dodgers offense, is that they were chasing pitches like crazy. Inside corner, outside corner. A complete opposite to what the Yankees are doing in terms of waiting for pitches to go out of the zone so they can get on base and get those 3-ball counts, especially in the last inning, as Pollock hits a fly ball to right field. Aaron Judge makes a catch for out number 2. And I'll bring up the second baseman, Gavin Lux, who flew out to Stanton on an 0-1 count.
Next to hit is Gavin Lux. He flew out in his last debut.
No score so far at Dodger Stadium for Game 1 of this fake World Series. Garrett Cole, the windup and the first pitch is under the zone, 1-0.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Dodgers thus far.
And the 1-0 pitch under the zone again, 2 balls and no strikes.
The pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
And Garrett Cole throws another inside pitch again. This time Lux doesn't go for it. Count now at 3-0. The windup and the pitch is under the zone, and Gavin Lux will walk to first base. It is a 4-pitch walk for Garrett Cole. The first big hiccup in this outing.
But it's also going to let the pitcher hit this inning instead of forcing him to lead off the next one.
Now the first pitch.
And Cole, the first pitch to the pitcher Bauer, is inside for a ball 1. 2 outs here in the 5th inning. The Dodgers playing against the Seattle Mariners tonight, while the Yankees are on the road against the Tampa Bay Rays. Both the Mariners and the Dodgers have identical records of 18 and 17. Oof. My goodness. I would never have imagined that would be something that would happen in 1,000 years. 2 balls and no strikes. Cole, the pitch upstairs. And looks like he seems to be missing the zone here. Throwing inside, throwing up and inside, throwing under the zone. The count now, 3 balls and no strikes. Bauer waiting at the plate. Runner at first base, a 3-0 pitch. That is a strike down the middle. It makes it a 3-1 count. The Dodgers playing against the Mariners. It's Walker Buehler on the mound tonight. While for the New York Yankees, it will be Jordan Montgomery. In a battle for who takes second place in the AL East. The 3-1 pitch upstairs, ball 4, and Garrett Cole needs to have a talk with the manager. Yes, he is. He's going to have a... As Larry Rothschild, the Yankees pitching coach, he has to go talk with Garrett Cole about this. He has to get something going. His last couple of at-bats have been absolutely separate from what his performance has been so far in this game. He has been absolutely in control, even when it looks like he's not in control. In a snap, he is back in control again and is able to shut down the Dodgers for as long as he has. And now he is in the same scenario as he was the previous inning, with runners on first and second base. Here is Mookie Betts, the leadoff hitter, at the plate. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. It is still anybody's game. Mookie Betts 6 for 11 with an RBI against Garrett Cole. So he has an understanding about how to get on base and has the rare chance of knocking in a run. And the count now 2-0. The Yankees, all they want is to get out of this inning, get Garrett Cole back in the dugout, give him some time to just shake off what's going on. And it looks like a bit of an overreaction there by Mookie Betts, as he had a ball up in the zone, but Betts
But when you're facing a guy like this,
trots back like it was near his face, and that was not the case at all. The count 3 balls and 1 strike after a foul ball. Betts swinging at the 3-1 count. And Cole getting the sign from Sanchez. Runners on first and second. That one a ground ball fielded by Voit. Runs the first in time. And that's going to end the threat for the second consecutive inning. Instead of 2 hits, you got a pair of walks, but 2 more runners are left on as the Dodgers will not get a run on the board. And we are now back on the top of the 6th inning. The Yankees bringing up the bottom 3 hitters in the order: Gio Urshela, Gary Sanchez, and Garrett Cole. As we go through the standings once again around Major League Baseball, Bauer, the windup and the first pitch to Urshela is a foul ball out and away. The Boston Red Sox leading the American League East Division with a 22-14 record. The Yankees and Rays both 3 games back with an 18-16 and 19-17 record respectively, as this 0-1 pitch is blooped into foul territory past the third base side. And the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles take the 4th and last place spots in the division. The Blue Jays with a 17-16 record, 3.5 back. And the 0-2 pitch by Bauer, swing and a miss, strike 3 on a slider to get Urshela out for the first time tonight. That is strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts. And now 5 1/3 as the catcher Gary Sanchez walks up to the plate. Urshela not happy swinging at that pitch. Bauer, the windup and the first pitch inside, ball 1. The Toronto Blue Jays 3.5 games back. The Baltimore Orioles are 5.5 games back with a 16-19 record. And the 1-0 pitch by Bauer swung on. This one fielded by the third baseman Turner near the line. What a throw by Justin Turner from the third base line to get Gary Sanchez out at first base, and easily the biggest defensive gem in the entire game. And it brings up the catcher Garrett Cole. And Bauer getting the sign from Will Smith. The windup and the first pitch is a fly ball. This one going to center field. This one going to deep center field. Bellinger a couple of steps in front of the warning track and will make the catch. And just like that, the Yankees still off of the board as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And we are now back. Garrett Cole back on the mound in the bottom of the 6th. No score between the Yankees and Dodgers. Corey Seager, the starting shortstop, is at the plate. As Cole gets the windup, the first pitch is a strike called on the outside corner with a changeup. The standings for the American League Central Division, the White Sox are in first place, 1 game ahead of the Cleveland Indians. The 0-1 pitch. It is upstairs and inside. And the count is even at 1-1. The Kansas City Royals, 3.5 games back of the White Sox. The Minnesota Twins with a record of 12-20, 7 games back. And the Detroit Tigers with the worst record in the American League at 10 games back with a 10-24 record. The count now 1-2. Cole, the windup and the pitch against Seager. A ball and 2 strikes. This one is ripped right in front of the right fielder Aaron Judge, a one-hopper. And Corey Seager, so far the best hitter for both teams. He has a multi-hit performance. To go with that base hit in the 4th inning brings up the third baseman Justin Turner. With a strikeout in the 1st inning and a base hit in the 4th, Garrett Cole getting the sign from Sanchez. And the first pitch is a ground ball foul past the third base side. The Dodgers, they have been hinting at something for the last couple of innings. Can they get something on the board here tonight in this inning? Runner on first base, nobody out. Garrett Cole getting the sign from Sanchez. The pitch outside. Evens to count up at a ball and a strike. Seager getting on his second base hit of the day, and the 1-1 pitch is a check swing called by the home plate umpire, and Cole's ahead of the count. Cole in the stretch. The windup and the 1-2 in the dirt evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So in the American League West Division, The Oakland A's with the second best record in the league with a 21-15 record. And the 2-2 pitch, this one is a fly ball. This one right near the line in left field, caught by Stanton. Going back to first is Seager. He had to move a number of steps to his right to make the play, and it's for out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Cody Bellinger, who has struck out twice in this game, both on full counts. So at least there's some progress in terms of Bellinger's role in this. He might not be getting on base, but he is helping increase that pitch count up a bit. First pitch is a ball inside. Runner on first base with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Cole, the windup and the 1-0 pitch, a fastball strike, evens it up. So the A's have a 21-15 record. They're first place in the AL West. The 1-1 pitch, runner goes, but the pitch is fouled off 1-2. Here, the crowd roar a little bit. You had LeMahieu running towards the bag, and the 1-2 pitch, this one's a fly ball. This one going into right center field. Aaron Judge is under it. Judge is going to make the catch. Going back to first base is Seager, and it gets him for the second out of the 6th inning. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. So Oakland, first place in the division. They have a -10 run differential. And tied for second place with 2.5 games back are both the Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners. Texas is 3.5 games back, and the Angels, a team that apparently this game supposedly predicted would win the division, is last place 4 games back. This one's a pop-up to the second baseman LeMahieu, who makes the catch for the 3rd out in the 6th inning. The Dodgers leave another runner on base. They get their 3rd hit. But the Yankees, Garrett Cole, keeps him off the board as we go to the top of the 7th inning. And we are now back. Trevor Bauer back on the mound, facing off against the top of the order for the 3rd time around tonight, starting with the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, along with the right fielder, Aaron Judge, and the center fielder, Aaron Hicks, looking for their first hits of the night. Now going in through the National League, you have the New York Mets at first place with a 16-13 record, a game ahead of the Philadelphia Phillies. Bauer in the stretch, the windup, and the first pitch. That is a foul ball. It'll hit the netting behind home plate. Count starts off at 0-1. And behind the Phillies, you have the Atlanta Braves, who are a game and a half back. They're very exciting to watch. And the Miami Marlins and the Washington Nationals, both 3.5 games back on the bottom of the division. They are sharing the cellar. And the count at 0-2. The windup and the pitch by Bauer. This one's a ground ball, backhanded by Muncy. Tosses it to Bauer, who races to the first base bag and touches it before LeMahieu can get there for a 3-1 for out number 1 in the 7th. 67 pitches for Trevor Bauer. He has a chance of possibly going the distance here as Aaron Judge walks up to the plate. He's struck out against Bauer twice. The windup and the first pitch. This one's a drive. This one's going away back to left field, and the Yankees have just taken a 1-0 lead. It wasn't until you saw A.J. Pollock not even move at all. Trevor Bauer pounding his chest saying, yeah, that's my fault. That's my fault. No one on the Dodgers defense moved. They just watched that ball fly into the bullpen in left field. And with one swing of the bat, the New York Yankees take a 1-0 lead. Here in the top of the 7th, Aaron Judge hitting an absolute moonshot. I thought it was a glitch for a second. I thought that was a glitch in the game because nobody moved. I thought, oh, it's just going to be just a straight fly out. Nope. It's a 408-foot home run into the bullpen. 1-0 New York Yankees. The only shining light for this offense tonight. Here's Aaron Hicks. The first pitch is a strike. The only good moment this Yankee team has, and a very dismal offense, both in this game and in real life, is this Aaron Judge home run. And the 0-1 pitch, this one's a slap shot in the center field. This will be caught by Bellinger for the second out of the inning. The center fielder brings up Giancarlo Stanton.
so far in this one.
The Aaron Judge home run, the only shining moment for the Yankees offense and the only blemish in Bauer's incredible performance on the mound.
Bauer gets
The
the
wind-up
sign,
and the first
strike on
pitch.
its way.
This one's upstairs. Fastball, ball one.
These guys had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out.
In the National League Central Division, the Cardinals are tied for the best record in the National League with a 21-14 record. The Brewers are 2 games back. The Reds and Cubs 3.5 games back. And the Pirates are 6.5 games back in last place. And the 1-0 pitch, a foul ball.
One ball and one strike.
On the first base side, evens it up at a ball and a strike. Giancarlo Stanton looking for his first hit of the day with a strikeout and a ground out. The 1-1 pitch outside and a fastball 2-1. And in the National League West Division, the Dodgers are 3 games back of the San Francisco Giants, although they do have the best run differential in the entire National League.
And he lays off again.
The Giants 21-14. The San Diego Padres are 2 games back with a 19-16 record. You have the Dodgers, and you have the Diamondbacks with a 16-19 record and 5 games back as Bauer throws the 3-1 pitch to Stanton. That one is a long shot. This one has a chance to go out, just like with Aaron Judge, and the New York Yankees have just taken a 2-0 lead.
That ball was crushed.
A baseball that was just absolutely destroyed. Dave Roberts, get Trevor Bauer out of there, because the Yankees have just gotten 2 golf shots on him. And the New York Yankees in Game 1 of this fake World Series takes a 2-0 lead. Let's take a look at this amazing camera footage. Roll that beautiful footage. How far did this one go? Is it over 400 feet? Well, let's find out. This one is 435 feet of absolute power. Oh my goodness. They'll bring up the first baseman, Luke Voigt. He's looking for his first hit of the night. First pitch is inside, 1-0.
Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Voigt struck out looking in the second inning, was walked in the 5th. We're still in the top of the 7th. Bauer, the windup, and the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. You have a pair of pitchers in the bullpen right now for the Dodgers. Definitely imitating each other in terms of motions and mannerisms. You have
1-1 pitch. Misses
Corey
for the
Knebel and
second ball.
I was blanking on the second guy's name. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike. I should not have blanked on that guy's name. What the heck? And the 2-1 pitch, foul ball.
As he fights this one off, but foul.
And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. This one is ripped, but past the third base side, foul. Luke Voigt, the Yankees' first baseman, trying to continue what the Yankees started in the beginning of the inning with Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton hitting solo home runs each. The count now full at 3-2. Top of the 7th, Yankees 2, the Dodgers nothing. Trevor Bauer getting the sign from Will Smith. The payoff pitch, that one's a foul chopper past the first base side.
Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Trevor Bauer throwing the 8th pitch of the at-bat. The payoff pitch, that is another foul ball. As we go towards number 9, 83 pitches for Bauer in 6 2/3 innings. Up until this inning started, up until the 7th inning, this guy had one of the best performances, especially in a postseason game you'd ever see, until Aaron Judge decided to do something about it. And the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. It'll end the inning, but the New York Yankees strike first with a pair of home runs by Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, and they take a 2-0 lead.
It's the Yankees 2 and the Dodgers nothing.
And we are now back in the bottom of the 7th. Garrett Cole back on the mound. And the Dodgers, they now have something they really need to play for. Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, both absolute moonshots to left field as the New York Yankees take a 2-0 lead against the Dodgers. You have Chad Green, the right-hander, and the southpaw Zach Britton in the bullpen for the Yankees. As the count starts off at 0-1, it is Muncy, Pollock, and Lux. Muncy has struck out twice in this game.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's
The count is even at ball and a strike. And before that inning, it has been nothing but a pitcher's duel. between Cole and Trevor Bauer. They would allow a walk there, a base hit here, but nothing really much that became anything substantial. And here in a 1-1 pitch, Muncy hits a base hit into left center field. And the Dodgers trying to start something here. There was a point, especially in the last few innings, where the Dodgers might get some runs on the board. It's hard to tell now. And it looks like now there are definitely chances gone to waste, given the performance the Yankees had with the pair of solo home runs. But now the Dodgers have a chance to redeem themselves as Pollock starts off his at-bat with a foul ball down the third base side. He is eager. He is very eager. Cole getting the sign from Gary Sanchez. No balls and 1 strike.
Now the 0-1.
And the pitch is down and out. Evens it up at 1-1. Pollock, he is 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out swinging and flew out to the right fielder, Aaron Judge. 2-0 Yankees at Dodger Stadium. The 1-1 pitch. That is a strike call down in the zone. 1-2.
Varying speed. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Cole not showing much of the changeup. It has been mainly the fastball and the slider on the outside corner. The 1-2 pitch by Cole outside evens it at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Garrett Cole gets A.J. Pollock swinging for the first out of the 7th inning. That is strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for Garrett Cole in a performance where he has been rivaled by Bauer, but after those 2 home runs, Garrett Cole, by comparison, with the best performance of the game so far, as he'll throw a ball to Gavin Lux to start off the at-bat. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and the fly out to the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton. He was walked on 4 pitches in the 5th, which is the first signs of concern for the New York Yankees, as he allowed back-to-back walks to Lux and Trevor Bauer. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
He is in complete command.
Evens the count at a ball and a strike, and you could tell, especially in that dugout, he had a lot of time to really let himself loose after those 2 home runs. He is now very confident in his ability. And the 1-1 pitch, a ball under the zone, 2 balls and 1 strike. Garrett Cole reaching over 100 pitches. This might be his final inning of the day. And Cole, the 2-1 pitch, that is a ground ball. It gets under the glove of Voit, and the ball goes into right field and moves the runner to second. There was almost a collision between the runner Muncy and Voit as Luke was trying to field the ball, and now Garrett Cole will be taken out of the game with a 6 1/3 inning performance.
His pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
As the Dodgers will bring in a pinch hitter, they are going to bring in someone from the bullpen. In the 8th inning, Garrett Cole, it showed a stat line like I thought he was done, but no. The Yankees are going to try and have him finish the 7th, and the Dodgers are going to take out Trevor Bauer after that performance in the 7th inning. It'll be Chris Taylor at the plate with 1 out and runners on first and second. The game-tying run at first base just won a ground ball fielded by LeMahieu. Tosses it to Torres for 1, throws it to Voit the first, and that is in time. A 4-6-3 double play that will end the inning. Any chance of the Dodgers tying it is now done. They got 2 hits, but they leave a runner on base, and the score stays Yankees 2, the Dodgers nothing.
Corey Knebel has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
And we are now back in the top of the 8th inning. It is number 46, Corey Knebel. On the mound, Trevor Bauer done after 7 innings with 3 hits, 2 runs. He has walked 1 batter and struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but unfortunately is on line for the loss. Corey Knebel currently on the 60-day IL. He has pitched in 8 games for the Dodgers this season. First pitch to Gleyber Torres is a strike called. He is 1-0 with an ERA of 4.50 in 6 innings. He's allowed 3 hits, 3 runs. He has walked 3 and has struck out 9. The count 0-1. Knievel getting the sign from Will Smith. The Dodgers looking to prevent any more runs from going on the board for the Yankees. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. The Yankees trying to add on to their amazing performance, turning around the first 6 innings of futile offense into 2 solo home runs. And the count now at 2 balls and 1 strike. It'll be Torres, Urshela, and Sanchez. We'll see if Knievel will pitch in the 9th. Really all depends on his performance here. 2 balls and a strike. Knievel getting the sign from Smith. It is upstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial catch
But in the zone, 2-2.
So Dan, what was your
We'll
approach
see. It'll be not by Knievel's performance, but we'll get a good look at the bullpen to see if they'll get anybody out.
Behind the count 3-2.
And speaking of getting somebody out, Corey Knievel has struck out Gleyber Torres for the first time tonight. It's the second time
Fantastic postseason performance.
Well, this is
that
one of
Torres has
those
struck
that's a
out.
pitcher
Bauer
you
now
get
in the
rewarded
dugout. They are showing his stat line. Yeah, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk. He has struck out 9. That's the thing that Dodgers fans want to remember. But the one stat that the Dodgers fans have to remember is those 2 solo home runs. This one, a first pitch to Urshela, is a shot that's slapped into right field. And Gio Urshela gets his second hit of the day with 1 out in the 8th.
Too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling.
He gets one on the outside corner
Multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling
to the right-handed hitter. It gets away from the second baseman Gavin Lux, who is running for it. And it brings up the catcher Gary Sanchez here in the top of the 8th inning. Knievel getting the sign from Will Smith. Runner on first base and 1 out. The windup and the pitch. That is a strike call.
Take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. No hits to this point.
Sanchez making his first at-bat against Knievel tonight. He struck out in the 3rd inning and grounded out to the 3rd baseman Justin Turner on an incredible play in the 6th. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. As you have Joe Kelly and it was Victor Gonzalez. Victor Gonzalez was in the bullpen the previous inning. Joe Kelly now taking Corey Knievel's spot, as he has grown a bit of a notoriety for himself in the Los Angeles community in the past couple of years. The count now 0-2, and will stay that way after a foul ball. Runner on first base, top of the 8th inning, 2-0 Yankees. The 0-2 pitch, that one is another foul ball down the first base side. And the 0-2 pitch, oh, now that's a pitch that's inside that forces him to move out of the way. Corey Knievel looking to find his rhythm. Before the 7th inning, this game was the pure definition of a pitcher duel between Trevor Bauer and Garrett Cole. Again, there were some walks and hits that were scattered, but the Yankees really busted this game wide open with a pair of solo home runs in the 7th inning. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A good job of plate
After another inside pitch,
not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Gio Urshela getting a second hit of the day
Pitch coming up.
with a base hit in the right field. The 2-2 pitch. That is a swing and a miss and a strike 3 on a curveball in the outside corner. Knievel getting a second strikeout. And that'll bring up the pitcher Garrett Cole.
Pitcher for the Yankees, Garrett Cole, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
And while he is thrown over 100 pitches, it looks like for certain he will pitch in the 8th, given
Ready to deliver.
he's up here right now instead of a pinch hitter. The first pitch is a fastball outside, swing and a miss.
2 out with the man at first.
Garrett Cole looking to add to the Yankees' offensive performance in the last couple of innings. The 0-1 pitch inside and down, 1-1. So once again, the guy who uploaded this video has uploaded basically an entire World Series. I did see someone do this for MLB The Show 20, but I just didn't do it because it sounded like a bit of a big commitment.
And he fouls this
And I can't guarantee I'll continue with this. In the next
The
in the next game, but I might do it. Who knows? And the 1-2 pitch, this one a line shot, fielded by Muncy. Gets off his glove, rolls into foul territory, tosses it to Knievel. As the Dodgers are able to fend off the Yankees and prevent any runs from going on the board.
Here's Mookie Betts, fourth trip to the plate.
And now we are back in the bottom of the 8th inning. Garrett Cole. He has thrown 105 pitches in 7 innings. And we are now in the bottom of the 8th. He is at the top of the order, with the right fielder Mookie Betts, followed by Corey Seager and Justin Turner. The New York Yankees lead the Dodgers 2-0 after a pair of solo home runs by Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Cole, the windup and the first pitch. This one is a foul ball. Puts Betts on one knee as it goes past the first base side. 0-1. And Cole, the windup and the 0-1 pitch. That is another foul ball, this time across the other line for an 0-2 count. 107 pitches, going on 108 for Garrett Cole. The windup and the 0-2 pitch, that is a foul ball in the dirt. 0-2. Garrett Cole going through numerous bumps just to get to this position. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 on a slider on the outside corner. He has been using that to his will against the Dodgers offense, and he has used it against their leadoff hitter for out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th. And it brings up Corey Seager, the shortstop, who is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles in the 4th and 6th innings, respectively. Cole, the windup and the first pitch to the shortstop. That is a ground ball past the first base side, foul.
So far, 2 for 3 in this one.
This is a broadcast of first here at here for today's game. Not just the first game for MLB The Show 21. It's not only the first game since the season started, but it's also the first game since the minor league baseball season started. With a bunch of guys from Salem Kaiser now playing for the Eugene Emeralds, who are the new affiliate for the San Francisco Giants. To count a ball and 2 strikes.
He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
And the 1-2 pitch. That is another foul ball by Seager. Nobody on base, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball. As Cole's looking to shut down Seager. This one a ground ball fielded by Torres at third. The throw to first is in time. A nice pick by Luke Voigt to get Seager out at first. For the second out of the 8th inning, here's the third baseman, Justin Turner.
Next up for Los Angeles, Justin Turner. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been
Garrett Cole currently at 115 pitches.
But you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others. But not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
Yeah, so Luke Voigt is not playing for the Yankees team at the moment. He's actually playing for Scranton Wilkes-Barre, the Yankees AAA team at the moment, because their season just started. The count now at 2-0, Garrett Cole to Justin Turner. And the windup and the 2-0 pitch, a foul ball past the third base side. And the 2-1 pitch, a check swing under the zone in the dirt. Garrett Cole.
Team's been struggling on offense.
If the 7th inning wasn't his last, and definitely the 8th inning is here. And the windup and the 3-1 pitch upstairs, ball 4, and definitely a good chance to look at the bullpen over there. As the Yankees might
You make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
not have much to go on, and the Garrett Cole's going to be taken out of the game. An incredible performance after 7 1/3 innings.
So So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one.
With Garrett Cole allowing 5 hits
Go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face
and
the
currently no earned runs as we get through his stats. As we look at the next pitcher for the New York Yankees, it is the closer, Aroldis Chapman.
Cody Bellinger will be the first to greet
As
him here
he'll
as he
take a look at
stands
how
under
many
the runner at
strikeouts he
first,
has.
and
1,
gets 2 away.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts as well. With 3 walks and currently no runs. Chapman, the first pitch to Bellinger is a check swing down the middle, 0-1. As you take a look at who's pitching in the ninth, Chad Green and Zach Britton. If Chapman throws over a certain number of pitches, and Chapman gets Bellinger on an 0-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And the 0-2 pitch by Chapman in the dirt, low and in. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aroldis Chapman looking to shut down the Dodgers with the game-tying run at the plate. The 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2, 2-0 Dodgers.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Runner on first base is Justin Turner. The 1-2 pitch upstairs. Got a fastball at the low 90s, but he's been throwing it above the zone in this at-bat. Cody Bellinger getting used to having a full count against him, but history has not been on his side as he has struck out in both full count at-bats. The payoff pitch, that is a ball 4, and the Dodgers have runners on first and second base. The speed is there, but the control isn't so far as it goes to the catcher, Will Smith.
Zach McKinstry will come on now and pinch run here.
And now we have a pinch runner for the Dodgers, Zach McKinstry,
Two men gone, and that brings up Will Smith.
who represents the game-tying run for the Dodgers, as they'll bring up the catcher, Will Smith. The game-tying run at first base, go-ahead run at home plate. Chapman, the windup in the first pitch, is upstairs, ball 1.
To start things out here, not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Now the 1-0.
And the 1-0 pitch is a foul ball down the first base side, 1-1.
2 men are on with 2 men out.
And the 1-1 pitch is inside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Good fastball there.
The Dodgers fans right behind them are as loud as they have been all game long, as they have a feeling their team might break this game wide open
Count goes to 3-1.
and make it a whole new ball game. 3 balls and 1 strike. Aroldis Chapman to the catcher, Will Smith. The Dodgers have runners on first and second base. They have been hinting at this
And it's fouled away.
for about half of this game, for the last few innings, as the count's now full at 3-2. Runner on first and second, Chapman in the stretch. Gets a sign from Sanchez to wind up and the pitch. That is a foul ball. For game 1 of the MLB The Show 21 World Series, Yankees 2, Dodgers nothing. The payoff pitch by Chapman. Outside, ball 4. The bases are loaded. For the first time all game long,
Trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news
either team has the bases loaded. Justin Turner at third, Zach McKinstry at second, Will Smith at first. Here's the first baseman, Max Muncy.
Is Max Muncy trying here to play
Got a base hit in the previous inning and was stranded at second base. The go-ahead run at first base, game-tying run at second, and now Cody Bellinger is back in the base paths.
and it's 0-1.
Dave Roberts has elected to take McKinstry out as a pinch runner, bring back Bellinger.
Hit runs on base.
Or no, excuse me, that's supposed to be for
Yanked on
third,
the
excuse me.
down the line.
And the pitch is a ground ball straight to Luke Voigt, who touches the first base bag. I guess it doesn't really matter as the Dodgers do not get any runs on the board. Aroldis and Cole keeps the Dodgers scoreless as we go to the top of the 9th.
Zach McKinstry. He's going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third down.
Excuse me, it wasn't for Bellinger, it was for Justin Turner. Yeah, I didn't notice that until just way earlier. So now at third base is Zach McKinstry. He'll be playing for Justin Turner. Now on the mound for the Dodgers is Joe Kelly, the legend himself, known for his antagonistic attitude against the Houston Astros last year, which have been memed and memed again, and has become somewhat celebrated by the LA community and basically anyone who doesn't like the Houston Astros. The first pitch from Kelly to the second baseman DJ LeMahieu, a ball. It'll be LeMahieu, Judge, and Hicks.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
And the 1-0 pitch under the zone, 2 balls and no strikes. Joe Kelly, he has only played in 1 game. He isn't injured or anything, but he just has one not too great performance right now in the regular season, allowing 4 earned runs and 5 hits in 2/3 of an inning. 2/3 of it, yeah. You know what I mean. And the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. That 1 game going back on May 7th. 4 days ago against the Angels. It was his first appearance as the count goes full at 3-2. It was against the Angels. The Dodgers lost 9-2. Currently has an ERA of 54. As a part of the Dodgers' downfall from once a 15-2 record, now down to an 18-17 record. The count still at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 9th inning. The Yankees looking to add more runs on the board after hitting a pair of solo home runs by Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Joe Kelly getting the sign from Will Smith. The payoff pitch, it is under the zone, ball 4. And DJ LeMahieu will walk to first base to start off the 9th. That brings up Aaron Judge, who hit the home run to give the Yankees a 1-0 lead just a couple innings ago here in this at-bat. That was an absolute moonshot. It got blasted. It got destroyed. And it fell to the bullpen. And it looks to continue that pace with a runner on first base. Joe Kelly getting the sign from Will Smith under the zone, ball 1. But apart from that 7th inning, the Yankees have not done much. The Dodgers, even though they have tried, they have not done much. They've had a lot of walks, they have a lot of base runners and a lot of base hits, but no runs on the board so far. And the count at 1-0, this one going in the foul territory. Running for it is Max Muncy. The frame rate apparently is going down, but it gets Judge for the first out in the 9th inning. No, seriously, the frame rate just went on a downward spiral during that play when the ball was going in the foul territory. And we go to the center fielder, Aaron Hicks, who is looking for his first hit of the day. He struck out in the first inning and flew out to the center fielder in the 4th and 7th innings, respectively. Kelly, the first pitch outside, ball 1. And I might say this for everyone who doesn't like the Houston Astros by saying here's to hoping Joe Kelly gets better on the mound after allowing 4 runs in 2/3 of an inning. Good Jesus. The count even at a ball and a strike. Top of the 9th inning. Yankees leading 2-0. Kelly getting the sign from Will Smith. And the pitch to Hicks. Runner goes, and it's a foul ball. Trevor Bauer throwing 7 innings of fantabulous baseball, allowing 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, and struck out 9. Same thing with Garrett Cole, who was done after a 6th and a 3rd and is currently on line for the win. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kelly in the stretch, runner on first base and 1 out. The windup and the pitch, that is a strike 3 call and a curveball in the outside corner. It is a beautiful pitch by Kelly. As you see how much it hit the line. Oh, that is a gorgeous curveball. And it gets him for the 2nd out of the 9th. That's a perfect placement right there. Freezes Hicks. And it brings up Giancarlo Stanton 1 for 3 with that solo shot of his own in the 7th. First pitch is a strike down the middle with that same knuckle curve. That was his second home run in the postseason.
2 out with the man at first.
The count at 0-1. The windup and the pitch. That is under the zone, an even count of 1-1. Runner on first base, that is
Hit on the ground.
DJ LeMahieu, who has walked on a full count,
2 now.
as Stanton fouls it away. So it's unclear whether more games from this series will be posted on this channel. If there is nothing else, then there's a chance that might be the case. Might be exciting to follow up on. But that also means that immediately when I'm done recording this, Game 2 will be in the scorebook and will be ready to go. And there'll be some sort of narrative at this point. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Giancarlo Stanton strikes out swinging against Joe Kelly. And the Dodgers have one last chance to make this a very interesting game as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Dodgers, nothing. And the Yankees, 2.
And now here is A.J. Pollock.
And we now go to the 9th inning. Aroldis Chapman will be on the mound. He'll toss the 9th inning. And he'll look to shut down the Dodgers for Game 1. A.J. Pollock at the plate, followed by Gavin Lux and Chris Taylor. Assuming that he will walk up on the plate, we have no word on that yet. A.J. Pollock over 3 with a pair of strikeouts and a fly out to right. Chapman, the first pitch. There's a ball in the outside corner.
Now the 1-0.
And the windup and the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching.
I apologize,
staff.
I thought something was up.
Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
He's set. Here comes the
And the 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 2. Aroldis Chapman not reaching triple digits just yet. He has been shy of it with a 98, 95 mile an hour fastballs.
He is throwing
The fans waving their towels behind home plate once more, and the 1-2 pitch swung on and foul. As we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, here with nobody out at Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers trying to make this interesting. The 1-2 pitch, that is a shot that will go to the right fielder Aaron Judge, who makes an early slide and makes the catch. The Yankees with a defensive gem on their own. It brings up the number 8 hitter Gavin Lux. Aaron Judge sliding a little too early, but is able to make the play and gets in the right spot for out number 1 in the 9th. Here's Chapman, the first pitch to Lux, outside, ball 1.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
And Chapman getting the sign from Sanchez. The windup and the 1-0, that is upstairs.
Ball upstairs here that runs it to 2-0.
And makes it a 2-0 count. Chapman with a little bit of trouble against Cody Bellinger and Will Smith in the 8th inning, walking both of those guys on a full count, which made the bases loaded after Cole left a guy on first base. The 2-0 pitch is down and in, 3 balls, no strikes.
You just have to go right after him. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to
With
challenge
1
him
out in the
here.
bottom of the 9th. Gavin Lux with a base hit in his last at-bat in the 7th inning. He walked in the 5th. Chapman getting the sign from Sanchez, the 3-0 pitch. That's a strike called on the top of the zone. And the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 with a splitter. Only shown that a couple of times, but is proved to be devastating here. Chapman in a full count in the stretch. The windup and the pitch from the southpaw, swing and a miss, strike 3 on the outside corner. And the Yankees are 1 out away from winning Game 1. Garrett Cole online for the win. He has thrown 120 pitches of fantastic baseball, 10 strikeouts, no runs, 5 hits, walked 3, and 7 2/3 innings.
10 strikeouts. He hit that swing and miss stuff from the
And now we have a pinch hitter, Edwin Rios. It will not be Chris Taylor.
The base is empty.
He is the last hope
And now the
for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch is a strike called on the outside corner. And the 0-1 pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Edwin Rios, another player who's in the 10-day IL. He's playing 25 games for the Dodgers so far. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Currently with a batting average of .078, 4 hits and 51 at-bats with as many runs. The 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2. Nobody on base. Chapman 1 strike away. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 in the inside corner. The Yankees take game 1 of this World Series. Garrett Cole with an incredible performance winning this game. Aroldis Chapman getting the save. And Trevor Bauer getting the loss. The main highlight is the home runs by Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge. The first game, the first simulation broadcast from MLB The Show 21. An incredible moment here in general. A very exciting moment, clearly, as the Yankees would win 2-0. It's unclear whether I'll do game 2 or I'll do another game, but regardless, it has been very